Hey guys, Nabil here. So we just had the NGPX stream announcement from SNK, and I wanted to do a recap of what was announced in there, as well as what I think about those reveals. Now, first things first, if you have not been up to date, if you have not watched that stream, then know this: there was no King of Fighters 15 news, teaser, trailer, whatever. King of Fighters was not, well, King of Fighters 15 was not even talked about. Okay, and I'll talk about it later on, but the main SNK announcement was, of course, the confirmation that the Warden from For Honor from Ubisoft is indeed the last Season 2 DLC character for Samurai Showdown. Now, this is the same character that that Aru guessed yesterday, and I did a video and saying that this is probably it, and it turns out to be it. Now, I'll talk about all the announcements first, and then I'll talk about one by one. The second thing was the more Neo Geo Pocket Color games are coming to the Nintendo Switch, which will make a lot of people happy. They announced that Samurai Showdown 2 will be available to purchase, because up to now it was only an exclusive, as if you buy the Samurai Showdown on the Nintendo Switch. The other game they announced is the King of Fighters R2, which is an adaptation of the King of Fighters 98. It's a fun little game, and it'll be good to have it on the Nintendo Switch. And the last announcement that SNK did was regarding Samurai Showdown Neo Geo Collection. They announced that a physical collector's edition is coming to North America as well, and it's coming from Limited Run Games. We talked about this before. Limited Run Games have announced that, but we got to see the collector's edition for the first time, and it pretty much includes the same thing the European and Japanese versions have, which is the awesome looking art book, and that's the one I can't wait to have, as well as the soundtrack CDs. Now, this was it. This was everything that was announced in regards to SNK. Now, let's go back and talk about the main thing, which is the Warden being the last Samurai Showdown Season 2 DLC character. And alright, so it's actually like I went through different phases from actually seeing the not the leak, but seeing the guesses yesterday, to seeing the announcement. It was leaked about an hour before the actual stream, and seeing some screenshots, and then to seeing the character in action. So I'm gonna take you through all that, okay? So just bear with me there. Well, first things first, let's go and watch that trailer one more time before I talk about it. Alright, so Yes, first thing when I heard about this, I was very disappointed, and the reason I was disappointed not because I hate this For Honor game or this character. I've never played For Honor, but because we still have very important Samurai Showdown characters that are not in the game, like Genan, Seeger, Cham Cham, Nicotine, and even some really cool ones from the 64 era, like Morozumi or Ashura. But I said, okay, well, that's kind of disappointing, So hopefully they're gonna announce that there are more characters coming in. There's gonna be a season 3. They haven't announced a season 3 yet, which I think they should have, because not a lot of people are going to be happy with the Warden. So at least it would have been better if they gave people something to look forward to. Okay, so if you don't like the Warden, there's still characters coming out in season 3. I believe there's going to be a season 3, but it would have been, it would have been nice if we had an official confirmation. Okay, then we went to the second phase, which was the confirmation. So I was still disappointed. And I saw the screenshots. I'm like, okay, yeah, art-wise it looks okay. And then I saw the trailer. And to be honest, I was surprised when I saw the trailer, because the character looks cool in the Samurai Showdown graphics or engine, and he definitely fits. We never had this knight character in Samurai Showdown, which really fits in terms of, like history. It was at that time when there was knights available, existed. So he definitely fits. He definitely fits. Now my issues here is that the Warden is not a character in itself. He's not in For Honor. He's actually a faction or a type of character that you go with. Doesn't have any story, right? So what does that mean? Does that mean that this is a character created as a collaboration and he stays a Samurai Showdown character, which means he's gonna have his own Samurai Showdown story that is canon? And we can even see him in like Samurai Showdown 2, whatever the sequel is going to be called. If that's the case, I'm okay with it. I'm really okay, because he looks like a fan character. He's actually, big and bulky with a huge sword, and I like his moves that I saw in here. He seems slow. He seems to have quite a long range. His super special is hilarious when I saw that, like the catapult, and that looks really good. Now, really, as I said, I went through different stages, from big disappointment to mild disappointment to I'm actually okay with how the character played. Let's see how he's gonna fit. Let's see if this is just a collab or if we have a new Samurai Showdown character created by the Ubisoft guys, which is, I'm okay with that. But again, I would have been happier if this was a character released after we had Genan, after we had Seeger, after we had Cham Cham, Nicotine, then I would have been, no problem at all, let's go to guest characters. But when you have so many important Samurai Showdown characters still missing from the roster, and you have a guest character, maybe it's going to be a Samurai Showdown character, maybe it's just a one-time op, it's kind of a little bit disappointing. But the thing is, this character is coming out literally tomorrow. So believe it or not, we can play this game, we can play the character tomorrow and see how he actually fits. I'll check the story mode and just hope for the best, I guess. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, because a lot of people I saw had also kind of like similar reaction. Like they went from being like very disappointed and even angry to like, okay, this guy looks cool. So let's see what happens. The other announcement is, of course, the Neo Geo Pocket games, which is always a welcomed addition. It's actually pretty cool to have those games. There's a lot of great games on the Neo Geo Pocket. King of Fighters R2 was never one of my favorites, to be honest, because it didn't have enough characters, and the thing about King of Fighters is you need to have a big roster, but it'll be cool for people to experience that game. What I would like to see in this Neo Geo Pocket collections of games that they will be releasing, apparently they're going to be releasing more, is Metal Slug 1 and 2, Mission 1 and Mission 2, I believe is what they're called, and they're really good, quite different, original Metal Slug games that are definitely worth playing. Of course, there is SNK versus Capcom, Match of the Millennium, but I don't think that's going to be released because, well, Capcom needs to be involved, and that's a great game. That's the best fighter on the console, Neo Geo Pocket. And the last thing is, of course, they talked about they showed the collector's edition, and so my people and my friends from North America will be happy that they finally have a collector's edition for Samurai Shodown game, because they were excluded from the Samurai Shodown 2019 and the different collector's edition we had in Japan and Europe. So I'm glad that limited run games are doing this for the US and North America. And then last thing I want to talk about is, of course, the lack of information about the King of Fighters 15. And remember, I told you do not get too excited, do not. And I got excited for a second there when I saw announcement when SNK said they're gonna reveal the Samurai Shodown DLC character and more announcements. I'm like, oh my god, maybe we're gonna see the King of Fighters 15. Well, turns out we did not. And honestly, after watching the presentation and the format, now it's like a trailer after trailer after trailer. I kind of understand that this is maybe not the best way to show the King of Fighters 15 to the world, and I still think that EVO is the best medium for this, because you're going to be talking directly to your fans, to your audience, which is the fighting games fans, the people who are there for different fighting games, and they get to see this new, hopefully awesome looking King of Fighters title that's probably coming out next year, hopefully. Definitely not 2020. Some people are still believing the King of Fighters 15 will be released on 2020, because we saw that in those investor relations meetings or presentations they had. But no, it's definitely not coming out in 2020. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I guess tomorrow we'll get to try the Warden for the honor for Samurai Shodown and see what we think about him. Again, cool looking character, will definitely fit the Samurai Shodown, plethora of different characters. So it's a great addition, but hopefully he stays a Samurai Shodown character. And I'm kind of scared that it's gonna be just the Warden, no story, nothing, or just someone who showed up from a different universe. That will be very disappointing. So, yep. Again, it's good. How I feel about it, a lot of people are asking me, so what do you feel about this? Okay, I guess. That's the word. He looks cool. He actually looks great in motion. Definitely an interesting character. Would have loved to have him after Genan, Seeger, Cham Cham, and Nokoti, and then I'll be even happier, and there will be no problem at all from yours truly. But because we're missing those important characters, just feels kind of not the right time maybe. But again, we'll be open-minded. We'll check out the character tomorrow, and I'll keep you posted. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Don't forget to tick that little bell so that you are aware whenever a new video from Neo Geo Now is dropping. And of course, as you probably have noticed, I'm pushing more videos now, a lot of lore videos, a lot of cool stuff beside the news. So I'll keep those coming. If you like to become a Patreon, check out my Patreon page where you get some exclusive stuff and early access to those videos as well. Link is in the description. Now again, until next time, thank you for watching.